Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a series of portraiture looks you can achieve with just one light. Because many of you may be just starting out in studio lighting, you may be limited with equipment. So we've got Lottie with us today and we're just going to do a series of different headshots. And what we're going to be using is a standard 60 by 90 softbox, which probably will be your first proper lighting modifier when you move on from umbrellas. We just got a studio light on a stand, and today it's just going to be about moving this light around and understanding the spread of light and the different looks we can do. So I'm going to be shooting on my normal camera settings, which is 200 of a second, f800 ISO. I'm going to shoot on a 24 to 70 because this might also be one of the first lenses you actually have, or something similar like a kit lens like an 18 to 55. So this is just going to be the equivalent of it. So we've got our light at a bit of a 45-degree angle here just to start us off, and we've got our modelling light on just so that you can see where the light goes with this. So this is a bit of a Rembrandt look, but instead of having our model in the middle of the light, we've actually got Lottie just behind the light. Because what we want is we want this light to wrap around Lottie, give a nice soft graduation look there. And we're just going to take a couple of photos just to show you this. If I just get Lottie turned towards the light a little bit there, you can now see a lovely wraparound of light. So look, if I can ask you to do a step forward. So what's happening now, Lottie's going to be in the middle of this light, so we're going to get a bit of a stronger shadow now appearing. Now my only worry with this is we may get a bit of a split lighting look now as we just take a look at our images. Yeah, so we have got a bit of a split lighting look, and if you haven't watched our video on split lighting, what's basically happened is half of Lottie's face is now illuminated and the other half is now in shadow. So that's why I always prefer, if I'm doing one lighting looks, I like our model to be slightly towards the back of the light to actually get a more wraparound and softer shadow. So if I could just get your back face and slightly turn just towards the light a little bit, we can just grab a couple of portraits there as well. And something else to also bear in mind, the closer the light is to your model, the bigger the catch light you will also achieve as well. So if you are working in quite a small studio, don't actually worry, because it's going to come to your advantage when you are doing portraiture as well. So if we just do a couple more photos like that. Now, if you do want to have a bit of a split lighting look, a cheap modifier you can add when you are using one light is one of these white foam boards, which you can pick up from any DIY or art supply shop. And what we can do is get our glamorous assistant Chris in place, and Chris can hold this reflector there. Now the closer the reflector is, can you see you get a soft shadow? And as I move it away, we get a strong shadow. If I bring it in, it's close, then it fades away. So what I'm going to be doing is telling Chris to either move backwards or forwards to control this shadow. So Chris, if I could get you in place there. Now, if you don't have a white reflector, maybe put your model closer to a white wall so that you do get the light bounce. Because what's going to happen is this light's going to fire, it's going to hit Lottie, and then some of that light's going to bounce and reflect back into that shadow side. So if we just do another photo now, lovely, perfect. There we go. We get a much softer shadow. Now, I still don't like this split lighting look. So what I will do is I'll bring this background to a more 60-degree angle, and then we'll just do a couple more shots doing that as well. Now the reason we got a white backdrop is so I can actually show you how much the light is also falling off. The other thing about white backdrops is, depending on how far away your model is, you can actually turn it more grey. So what we could actually do as an advantage, if I get Lottie coming forward and we move the light forward as well and Chris forward, we take another photo, we now can get a much darker background if we did want to get a darker grey or a more black backdrop. So the further we are away from that white backdrop, we can actually get a different black or grey tone. So don't be afraid to move your model off the backdrop. Or if we go much closer to the white backdrop and we are wanting a white backdrop look, we can put this light in place, and some of this light will now fall on our white backdrop, and we will get a lighter grey, or hopefully white, if we can backdrop. We probably get a lighter grey in this one. Yeah, it's more lighter grey, but if I turn this light a little bit more angled so it's hitting the backdrop as well, we're now going to get a bit more of a lighter backdrop. Now we may not get a pure white, because really to get a pure white we would need a second light to actually hit that, and I don't think we can get much closer to the white, can we? Can we go another foot back? Oh, let's give it a go, and then we can do that. But we're most likely going to be getting a soft grey, and we just take a couple more shots. There we go, we can get more of a white backdrop. Now what may happen as we are getting closer to our backdrop is we may start getting a shadow down this side. But what we can do is you don't just need our light at 45 degree. What if we had it head on? So maybe we do a bit of a butterfly lighting look, so that the light is more directional, hitting the white backdrop. Hi guys, if you would like to join us on one of our photography events, you can join us remotely from wherever you are around the world and work with one of our professional models from any of our themed or styled events at our studio. So as long as you don't have a computer with Zoom, you can log in and take pictures with us, and we can send them over to you. This gives you a chance to work with the team here and work with those models that you've seen in various videos. We can't wait to actually see you there. There is an exclusive offer you can find in the description of the video, and we can't wait to see you all there. Enjoy the rest of the video. So I've now got our light head on to light, and you've probably seen this a million times on my channel looking at butterfly and clamshell lighting, but as Lottie is now closer to our backdrop, and we can just do a lovely shot there. And we are getting more of a pure white because the whole light is now hitting, a pure white because the whole light is now hitting our backdrop. But what we just got to be careful of based on the angle of this light is where the shadow falls behind Lottie. But we're just getting a beautiful catch light as well. I think if you want to be getting that, let's say, commercial headshot, this is a better option for you if you are limited with equipment. So we just grab a couple more there, and what we can do if you do want to do clamshell lighting on a budget, we can get our white foam ball back in place, but instead of Chris holding it, shall we get Lottie holding it as well? So what's going to happen here, because we're so close to this backdrop, is the light's going to hit the backdrop as much as this white foam ball, but the light is going to bounce off the white backdrop and also hit the foam ball, so we are going to get a lot more of a burst of light as well. So we should do a couple more photos as well. Doing that, you can now see Lottie is a lot more lit up there. Now I'm going to show you some things that are not going to work as well, but they may be more edgy portraits for you, so you can make up your own mind with them. So you might find that our first YouTube video we did 6 years ago was clamshell lighting with Lottie, so we've been reminiscing a little bit today about it, but I'm going to be showing you some more edgier portraits now from lighting from behind. With this lighting setup now, you may struggle to actually get a flattering portrait, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, so the light is now 45 degrees behind Lottie, and we've got Lottie at the back of it again, because what we're hoping is this light will wrap around enough. But I'm just going to show you an example of what it's going to be doing, which is this. So what you can see is a lot of this side of Lottie is now in shadow. So we're going to need our trusty white foam board and Chris to come back in. I'm going to pop that around about there, maybe a little bit higher and way closer there. Perfect. Now if you do have a bigger light like one of our V flats, this would also work for you, and hopefully we'll now get a more flattering look. So if you do like doing a lot of short lighting setups, this is perfect for you, but it's still in shadow. So what I would do is I'd probably avoid this lighting setup for doing everyday portraits. But what we can do is something which may work, especially for children's portrait, and I'm going to roll down the black and show you this as an example. So if you do want to do that and make it work, I'd recommend rolling down a black backdrop and putting the light again more 90 degrees than behind Lottie, and what you will get is this silhouette edge light effect for a portrait. So if I just get Lottie looking towards the wall, you may need to turn your whole body around. Perfect, like that. You probably see this in like a lot of kids' portraits, is you end up getting this beautiful look where you just get an outline of them looking into the distance. And if we do want to have that shadow stronger, I'll just get Lottie to do just a step forward, so that the light is now more behind Lottie instead of in front. So we're going to get a more definitive shadow, and we can just get a lovely portrait like that. So I hope if you are starting in portraiture, some of that will actually help you. Thank you, Lottie, for taking part with us. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video.